Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to be discussing the basics of paperless debate, which is basically debating off of your computer, as opposed to using large tubs of paper. I think one of the most important parts of paperless debate is learning how to use verbatim with Word. So we're going to do that first. So you can go on Chrome and you want to search up verbatim download. It'll take you to a paperless debate site. And since I'm using a Windows computer, I'm going to download verbatim. Obviously, if you're using a Mac, you should not do that. You should download the Mac version. It's going to ask you if you can make changes to your device, and you want to click yes. It's by an ex-debater, Aaron Hardy. Then you want to click install. So it's going to close, and you're going to be able to open up Word. It's going to open up the verbatim setup, and it's going to do an install check. This is pretty important because a lot of times when you're on a Mac, it doesn't install correctly, and so you want to make sure that everything's proper. I would keep both of these checked because you don't want to be caught in a situation where your verbatim is off and you're not able to instantly verbatimise it. In high school, I'm not going to set up the tab room in Gmail, but these are pretty important if you want to set up verbatim with email, which is really nice because you can send emails on your email chain through verbatim. I'm not going to do the pad site right now. And then case list is really nice as well. This is going to take a while, but basically it loads all of the policy entries on the case list. It has to index through all of them. And then you're basically able to pick and choose which school and team you're from. And then it'll auto-configure verbatim to be able to upload speech documents directly to your case list, which is really nice. And so then it's going to ask you to launch verbatim. Oh, hang on. Oh, yes. Well, I already downloaded verbatim, so this might not do that. So, okay, so this is the verbatim tutorial. And I am going to actually not do the verbatim tutorial right now. It's really nice as an introduction to all of the various functions of verbatim, but this video, that'll take way too long for this video. So this video is just going to be sort of a cursory overview. Let me get rid of my redos. Give me one sec. Okay, so you're going to want to have a navigation pane open. This is one of the most important parts of Word that's not related to verbatim. It allows you to view your tags separately. So let's say I have an analytic that says, the plan causes extinction. And I also have an analytic that says, the counterplan solves the case. Both of those will show up in your headings bar, which is really nice. Verbatim has various formatting options that you can use to format your documents, such as Pocket, which mirrors an actual Pocket from like the old tub debates, where basically they'd have a huge pocket. That's the biggest level of your navigation pane. So, I'm from Harker, so let's put, Harker. So then all of these things are under Harker, and you can roll this up in the navigation pane. The next highest header is hat and then block. And then tag is what you'd obviously want to tag your cards or your analytics. Cite, underline, emphasis, and highlight, and clear are useful for cards because they allow you to make certain text normal, which is clear. It clears all the formatting, or special because you want to read it, such as cite, underline, emphasis, or highlight. Paste is pretty useful if you want to paste something you've copied from another site. Let's say it was from the Washington Post and the formatting is all weird. The paste function will allow you to paste. So for example, this is formatted as a tag, but when I use the paste function, it formats it, or this is formatted as a pocket, but when I use the paste function, it formats it as a tag. So it formats it to whatever format your verbatim is currently using. And then condense allows you to condense a bunch of hard text. Say I have, a bunch of text here and a bunch of text here. If I use the condense function, I think it should work. Yeah. So it condenses it all into one line, which allows you to see those cards that are basically blocks of text. Record is useful if you want to record a speech for redo purposes. Your navigation pane is something you want to have on. This allows you to set up a verbatim timer. Mine has college speech times for some reason, but I think that's just because that's the default. You can change those. This is the email that I was talking about earlier. This allows you to set up a new verbatim document, which is pretty nice. And this allows you to set up a speech doc, which is cool. So for example, you can say 2AC versus Harker. And you can click OK, and it'll ask you to save this in your downloads folder, or your documents, I guess, for me, but whatever folder you have is your default. And when it saves it there, it allows you to basically, it formats it properly with your time and your speech, and it allows you to basically auto create a new doc, which is really nice. Then there's this choose doc function, which allows you to choose your speech document. This one's pretty cool because if you go to your other side, if you go to your other document and you click the tilde key, as soon as you click it, it tildes that specific tag or pocket or whatever over to your speech document, whatever you've chosen here, which is nice if you want to quickly copy stuff over. And that's one of the biggest parts of verbatim that's really important. The rest of this is not really that important other than this, which allows you to arrange your windows. In my opinion, this is really smart because it allows you to have your blocks open on one side and your speech doc open on the other side, and you can tilde over more stuff constantly, which allows you to do that. So that's sort of the basics of verbatim. Now I am going to talk about the next part of paperless debate, which is learning how to use the wiki. So let's go to the LD wiki because that has my stuff on it. And we can go to Harker. And click on Deven Shah. Oh, one thing that's interesting is if you have the same last name as someone, it treats you as the same person. So I had to put a space here because someone else on our team had the same last name. So if you go to my negative, for example, the way you basically want to format any of your speeches or any of your rounds is you want to include a round report. So for example, in TOC doubles, I was negative against Strake Jesuit, and I put the team code here, and I put all of my judges. It's a panel, so I put all three of them. Then you put the 1AC, which usually goes by whatever they call the 1AC. He called the 1AC Kant, so I put the 1AC as Kant. And then the 1NC, usually, this is just a specific way of formatting it, but in that debate, the NC was the color blindness critique and the moon basing counterplan, and I went for the color blindness critique, and so I put that as my NR. That allows other people to see what I went for in certain rounds, which allows them to not only predict what I'll go for in future rounds, but allows them to prepare. The nice part of this is that all of everything I've read in the January, February topic, obviously the September, October topics down there, and I didn't debate on November, December. Everything I read in the January, February topic is here. So, you have Jan, Feb, counterplan, NFU, and then the round the tournament and round number. And so basically the way you want to format it is you put in a wikified version of your document, and the way you do that is you click Wikify. And then you just copy paste it into the wiki. And we can do that right now, actually. So actually, I want to teach you all how to make a new debater too. So let's do that. So for example, you can make a new debater. We can call this new debater practice for video, and we can click add. And so this allows us to edit all of our rounds on our F and negative pages. And so we can click add a new round. We'll enter in our tournament. We'll enter in our round. I'm not going to do that right now. And we can click on round report. Round report allows us to put in what the 1AC was, what the 1NC was, and what the 2NR was. And then for the sites, we're going to go back here. We're going to copy that, and we're going to paste it here. And we're going to call this the Jan-Feb topic practice. And then we're going to open source. This is important because it allows us to figure this out. And it allows everybody to see the actual original Word document with all the card text, etc., which is important because it allows opponents to re-highlight your cards or see what evidence you've brought to the debate. So then you click add entry, and if it doesn't give you any problems, then you'll have a new round that can be looked at through round reports. And so that's sort of the basics of how to use Verbatim and the wiki. Future videos might talk about how to use things like tab room or how to set up email chains, but we'll save that for next time because this video is getting kind of long. All right, thanks for listening. I hope you found this useful.